Hello, hello, hello. So, I am back online again as I continue through the wonderful expansion of Heavensward. Last time, I had to end off earlier than I was expecting, but we had, if memory serves, I believe it was last time that we killed Bismarck. Discovered that Varys, the current Emperor of Garlemald, was was personally in Eorzea, searching to get into the same Az's Law that we are. Um, and then upon chasing the Archbishop towards Az's Law, found that Az's Law was protected by some variety of massive Magitech barrier. We had no way to get through that, as Garland, Sid Garland, had or has no idea how to produce the sort of etheric blade or lance required to break through the barrier, and our previous method of nullifying barriers, that being a metric fuck ton of corrupted crystals, we're not really likely to be able to have an airship capable of carrying that many crystals to nullify a barrier this big and this powerful. So, in the meantime, while we leave Sid to figure out how to build that thing, we head back to Eorzea proper as we begin to chase down leads that may lead us to uncovering the whereabouts of some of the Scions who went missing during the end of A Realm Reborn. Currently, we are chasing down the faint ethereal signatures of potentially Thancred, Y'shtola, and Minfilia, who we believe used a teleportation magic known as Flow to cast themselves into the Lifestream in the hope of escaping their demise in the collapsing tunnels of Sildeth. As we come to the area just outside of the tunnels, which we used to escape in the end of A Realm Reborn, we meet with Urianger, Alphinaud, Taru, and I believe Perpipin, or Tarupin is around here somewhere. He's just not literally present, and I may be mistaken about that. But Urianger here is going to look at the ethereal currents in hopes of finding some trace of their passage. And that is right where I had to leave off, in fact, cutting off a cutscene. But luckily, due to the fancy methods I have, known as killing my internet, so that I disconnect from the server without needing to skip the cutscene, the cutscene will be restarted. Thankfully, but and I'm nigh uncertain I already read these people's dialogue, otherwise I wouldn't have started the cutscene. So we're gonna jump right in with that cutscene. Evidence of Y'shtola's passage will have been made faint by time, but mayhap some few scant traces yet remain to guide our steps. I believe it was literally right about here where I had to cut off. The trail leadeth to the north and east, unto the bosom of the Heavensward. Are you certain? Aye, there is no mistake. Thither hath the Y'shtola journeyed. and yet the Gerdanians have reported no sightings. We must take this to mean she is still adrift. If it be so, I do fear for our friend. Contrary to its name, the life stream is more akin to a raging torrent. Linger over long in the midst of this maelstrom, and the aether that formeth one's soul shall surely be scattered, ne'er to be reformed. We have no time to waste. Urianger, pray explore all possible options for reversing the effects of this forbidden magic. Arantel, Taru, we three shall press on to Gridania and petition the Elder Seed Seer for aid. Oh boy, time to go poke the elementals. I'm sure that'll be a fun time. I'm gonna just forward to Gridania. Now, the elementals are an interesting topic in Gridania, in that they've never really been expanded on a ton. Like, we know a lot about what they do and how they run things, the fact they're extremely powerful, weakened by the calamity, blah 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 blah. But I don't believe they've ever addressed what they actually are. It is this perpetual mystery, and I was kind of hoping that they would touch on it in Endwalker, or between now and then. I don't think they ever do. I know there is a side quest that provides some hints, but no answers yet. I do wonder if at some point we'll touch on that in the MSQ or maybe a raid series, but I'm not holding my breath at this point. Yeah, the elementals, very, very scary things. There's a cutscene from 1.0 where they literally just control alt delete people, gone, evaporated on a whim. It's like, what? But yeah, there's a very good reason. Like, as xenophobic and asshole-ish as the Gerdanians can come off sometimes, when you see and understand how much of an asshole the elementals can be, and the fact that every living sapient being in the Twelveswood is there purely at the mercy of these enigmatic, mysterious, bizarre beings that, if at all upset, will immediately start evaporating people and launching waves of treants at any mote of civilization. It starts to make a little more sense why they need to be why Gridania needs to be a little bit more draconian in their practices. Very appeasing of an evil god-esque. Hold on, Y'shtola, we're coming for you. It is said that the elementals perceive the life stream. If, as we suspect, Y'shtola is still adrift in its midst, they may be able to find her, but if we are to appeal to them for assistance, we must needs do so through their chosen, the Padgel. It is imperative, therefore, that we speak with Kani Senna without delay. Anything? Nope. Just stop targeting, please. Oh no. Oh, it's all falling apart. There we go. I already requested an audience with the Elder Seed Seer. She will receive us in the Lotus Stand presently. We need but speak with her conjurer yonder to be admitted. Hello. I think that the Lotus Stand is the prettiest of the oh god, what are they called? The Grand Company Leader areas. Well, I don't know. It's not a tight competition, because you have this nice natural, serene. Then like fucking Ul'dah is just a big conference table with admittedly some like nice statues and shit. And then you just got fucking Limsa, which literally she doesn't even have chairs for people at all. It's just, you know, it is very sleek though. And the Maelstrom is the only group that gave a speech that actually spoke to me at all. You know, says the one who still joined the Immortal Flames because pirates are cringe. Be welcome, my friends, and speak freely. I gather your suit will admit no delay. It will not, my lady. Pray forgive the abrupt nature of our request, but it is of a matter of life and death. It explains everything. Stola, live stream. There's a cat lost in the river. If you can call the live stream a river. I see. As you say, we must needs act swiftly if we are to free Stola from the ungentle pull of the life stream. And as you have surmised, we cannot do this unaided. However,
in requesting the Elemental's assistance to find your Stola, you must needs be aware of one difficulty. A difficulty born of the fundamental difference between man and Elemental.
That being?
In perceiving the world around him, man relies upon senses such as sight and sound. For the sake of convenience, he gives names to such things as are near or dear to him. Being formed of pure ether, however, such concepts are foreign to the Elementals. Instead, they perceive by observing the ebb and flow of the energies of life. So profound a division cannot be bridged with simple discourse. The Elementals' voices stir not the air, and thus reach not our ears, while our words are but wind to them. Though we seers can commune with them through feelings, naught that we can impart will serve to aid them in identifying Y'shtola. Nay, they must needs be presented with ether which is akin to hers. If you could but find a family member.
Oh! I know just the person! Y'shtola has a sister who came to live in Gridania. She told me about her once.
Oh, that is most fortunate indeed. Pray, seek this sister out then, and bring her to Evershade. There, we shall petition the Great One's aid in finding your lost companion.
So to those not in the know, that may sound awfully convenient, awfully like a coincidence. But no such, 'tis not. For as I did not know, and as I learned quite swiftly as I went through leveling Summoner, this character is indeed the Summoner trainer, which I found really entertaining. It's all fucking connected. Well done, writers. If memory serves, Y'shtola's sister is named Ymithra. Oh, you know her, do you? Well then, that ought to make things easier. Anyway, she spends most of her time around Apocaloo Falls. From what I recall, let's look there. I didn't talk to Alphino. Shit. More information lost through the aether. Sad. No, I was so wild. I didn't touch Summoner at all until well after Heavensward. I forget when exactly I started leveling Summoner. I want to say I started doing it on the side mid to late Storm's Blood, whenever I wanted a break from the MSQ. But I just such a neat detail the way that they decided to link that together, and it also means that this story beat doesn't feel that contrived. Of course, Y'shtola's sister. She's right over here. I know her. I know she's in Gridania. Of course, this won't be voiced because side character that, you know. Greetings, Arentel. What brings you here today? I see that you have companions. Lady Ymitra. It is an honor to meet you. My name is Alfino Lavier, and this is Tataru Taru. Wow, I don't even bow. How rude. I didn't open my visor. Shit. I'm gonna forget again, aren't I? So you are my sister's comrades in the Science of the Seventh Dawn. You know who I am. Don't act like you don't. When I heard that your people were being pursued, I desperately sought to reach Stola, but all my efforts were to no avail. Now I know why. A forbidden spell of all things, that she should be so reckless. But what's done is done. I thank you for bringing word to me. Needless to say, I should be glad to help. Though we were born of different mothers, our veins course with the same father's blood. I hope that this will be enough for the elementals. Come, let us make for the Evershade at once. I do also appreciate when they do link the. Oh, is it teleported straight to the Evershade? Oh shit, I forgot about that. I was certain it would it would have us run there. That's very atypical for 14. And slightly atypical for me to have forgotten so easily and so utterly. Which means my visor's gonna be closed for the whole fucking thing. God damn it!
Let us begin.
Let us. Brings up PNG.
Arun, if you would.
As an honorary hearer, I can swap to a white mage for a second if that'll help. No? Okay.
Hearken to me, O great ones. Pray give yourselves to the life stream, a drifting soul to find.
It's a little disappointing to learn that the only background we get on those nifty staves is like inside
Please,
content.
Y'shtola. Please come back to us.
And not just side content, like, you know, like raids and shit, like side content, like you're not finding it in the fucking game, bucko. The only reference I've seen to what they are is in the Tales from the Calamity with that surrounds Kane.
There.
Tales of the Calamity also foreshadows a very minor
Now!
bit of plot concerning that a guy I was poking at back in Mogholm. So that was interesting. I skipped out on reading a lot of the side content. I don't know. I might go through that. Probably not on stream because who the fuck wants to hear me read that shit? But it's certainly not something that I'll be doing anytime soon. Thank the bright light for saving my Twitch channel. Thank the conveniently placed Kane for saving my Twitch channel. Cat burrito.
A room has been readied at the roost. Pray, bear her thither at once.
See, sometimes the elementals can be nice. They just have a nasty habit of evaporating people and launching tree ends at settlements because a fucking dog pissed on their favorite tree.
All that remains is to pray, my friends.
It is interesting, though, I suppose, that 14 doesn't really have dogs. They have dire wolves, which, you know, they only look like dogs when they're like several months old. As soon as they reach adulthood, they're straight up monsters. Cats are the exact same way. All cats are just young coral before they've grown their whiskers and other weird coral features. Let us pray that Y'shtola awakens. Sniff sniff. Oh, Y'shtola. I'm sure the cat burrito will be fine. Just seeing her face again, I've been so worried. Stop. Elf now. Without the Seed Seer's aid, Y'shtola may have been forever lost to us. I shall go to the lotus stand and offer her then my heartfelt thanks. Y'shtola is resting within an inn room. Though she's still unconscious, the signs are positive. The conjurers say she's still in sound health and should awaken before long. Isn't that wonderful? Now, while we wait for Y'shtola to wake up, I thought I'd take the opportunity to finish my little surprise for her. It's something I've been working on for a while now, in the hopes that she'd one day return to us. It wants for just a couple more items before it's ready. I've already placed orders for these items. Could I ask you to retrieve them for me? One is with One is with the Leatherworkers Guild. Another is with the Conjurers Guild. Speak with Mistress Jiva and Brother Isumiyan, and they ought to take care of you. I am members of both guilds, as I am members of all guilds, except for the Culinarians Guilds and the Fishers Guild, because I cannot be fucking asked to fish. You see, there are many things which I can no longer stomach in MMOs, and it can all be tracked back to my time playing Lord of the Rings Online when I was very young. And those things primarily include any variety of crafting and fishing. I was very into crafting and fishing in that game, but due to the nature of crafting and fishing in that game, where it was very unrewarding and incredibly grindy, I, to this day, over a decade later, cannot stomach crafting or fishing or gathering oftentimes in games. Guild Wars was a little better because I didn't actually craft in Guild Wars, and you can gather just by running around when you're clearing maps, and I enjoyed clearing maps in Guild Wars too. And I have gotten a little into crafting and gathering. They are leveled to some small degree. But, yeah. I have PTSD flashbacks of spending 12 hours running up and down the Shire gathering copper nodes so that I could maybe get 1/10 of a level of blacksmith. And it's burned deeply into my head. Or grinding out one gold over the course of hours, just fishing and fishing and fishing to sell the fish, and oh my god, it haunts me. I have nightmares even today. Well, if it isn't Arentel, looking for some hides to tan, mayhap. Here to retrieve an order for Mr. Tataru, you say? You came at a good time. I finished it but moments ago. It was no small coup working it to her specifications, but I did it nonetheless. Payment has already been settled. Before Oh God. However, did that girl come by? However, did that girl come by chimerical hide anyway? Cutter's cry. You need either balls of steel or a bottomless coin purse, and it seems to me she had neither. Cutter's cry. That was me, probably. Or a bottomless coin purse, because fucking Tataru has access to the fucking endless wealth of some fucking sort. I am curious though, because it was just the hide. So was it us? Was it us doing Cutter's cry? Is that where she got the hide from? She sent someone in behind us to skin the fucking chimera. Because that'd be a fucking cool as shit detail that I don't think they'll confirm. Would be neat. That or she's fucking loaded, which is also feasible. So I did check and see if the AFK screen chat was readable. It was. So, oh, I went the wrong way. So I fixed that, and I applied the same blur filter to the AFK screen. So that's good. That's good. Unfortunately, I have 6 VODs where there was a period when chat was fully readable, but then I have 5 VODs wherein chat was largely readable because I would never fucking turn the thing back on. So you know, but. I mean, it's not like it's against the TOS or anything. It's purely a common courtesy thing. I'm just upset that I was that in violation of common courtesy for as long as I was. Greetings, Arentel. I trust you have been well. Is there aught you require of me? Ah, yes, Mr. Sataru's order. As requested, it has been sanctified in the sight of the elementals. I know not what she intends for the staff, but it is a most singular artifact. Even one possessed of my experience would struggle to wield it. Bog. Ystrola's new staff. I do like, actually, I'll wait a little longer to say that. I think, I don't think it's until 3.x. I'm gonna write it down while it's still in my head. But, there is a vaguely interesting role for a character coming up pretty soon. Unfortunately, I cannot write and play at the same time. Massive personal failing. I wish I were different. I wish I had 4 arms. How much easier life would be. Oh no, I fucked everything up. My poor notebook. Oh god, that's terrible. Oh well. Anyway, Carly, take me to the airship. Take me to the airship landing. You know, I've always found it interesting that Gridania is the only city-state where the airship landing isn't in its own instance area when compared to the rest of the city-state. Ishgard doesn't count. I'm only talking about the first 3. But, yeah, no, I think... Oh, that one has its airship landing out in the open, too. That one doesn't. That one doesn't even have an airship landing. Yeah, no, it's like less than half of the city-states have their airship landings as part of the main layout. That they're usually off, hid away in some fucking side mini instance. The Seat Seers are gracious souls. It gives me heart to know that they are our allies. Good shit. Don't mind the potential ERP in the background. Oh, it's confirmed now. Ah, you're back. You have the items, I hope? I don't like the sounds I'm hearing. I'm very scared. Oh, it's precisely as I requested. A perfect match for the other pieces. Truly, Jiva is a master among masters. And the staff completes the surprise. Thank you so much, Arentel. Teehee, I can't wait to see what Ystrola thinks of the surprise. Lest you wonder, she's doing very well. The conjurers have left her in her sister's care. Well, let's go and pay them a visit, shall we? Oh, no. There's a fucking snuff film. Oh god. I gotta get out of here before the fucking feds bust her up.
You stole her! I'm so glad you're back!
Everyone's
Tataru.
favorite cat girl. Does that mean the Yamitra is gonna be voiced? There's no fucking way. I wouldn't have forgotten that.
You are safe. Thank the 12.
Still
Something
forgot the
changed
fucking
about
visor.
you,
God,
Elfin.
I told you. I
Or
knew I
mayhap
would.
it changes
God,
with me.
fucking damn it.
I seem to sense the ether around me more keenly than before.
I am pleased to see you well again. Do you feel strong enough to talk?
Worry not. I am well enough.
Oh, just full third wheel. Just leaves. Didn't say a word.
Tell us then, what befell you after you fled the feast? We were told that there had been a tunnel collapse.
That was my doing. I brought the tunnel down that you and Minfidia might escape. At the last moment, I invoked a teleportation magic, in hopes of spiriting Thancred away at least. Needless to say, it did not go quite as planned, and I found myself adrift in the life stream. The others? Where are they? Did they not escape?
Yeah, big F. They're all dead.
They remain unaccounted for.
Or unaccounted
You
for,
were the
whichever.
only one we have been able to find. I am truly sorry. It was the Crystal Braves who pursued you that day. My hubris that led to our undoing.
Patch, poor Alphino.
No apologies are necessary, Alphino. You are not to blame for what occurred.
I mean, he's a little
Know
bit.
that were our comrades here, they would commend you for keeping the light of hope alive.
He's just a little bit responsible.
Don't worry. The others are alive and well, I'm sure of it. We just need to find them.
Ah, Tataru, ever the optimist.
Indeed, Tataru. Let us find our friends and rebuild the Scions.
My cursor wasn't on screen, you didn't see
There
shit.
is the
Shut
Alphino
up.
I remember. And I feel much the better for his return. 'Tis time I arose.
That reminds me. I have a change of clothes for you. I don't like to boast, but I made them myself. I learned how to weave while we were in Ishgard, you see.
I love how they don't bring attention to it. It's so there. It's very clear to see. But no one points it out. No one really notices. And I think that that's just so cool. If you know, you know. If you don't know, they say it explicitly in a while. Like, I think it's before 2.x, 3.x rather. I think. Enter Ystola's... I want to say that this is Ystola's
Tataru
best
has apprised
outfit.
me of all that took place in the aftermath of the assassination plot. It would seem I have been away for some while.
Yes, much and more happened during your absence. At present, we seek to follow the Archbishop to Azisla.
And you want for some manner of etheric ram to pierce the floating isle's protective barrier?
Exactly.
We do. Might you be able to furnish us with one?
A means to prise open a hole in an Alagarn barrier. And one large enough to admit an airship, no less. Nay, I lack the knowledge to devise such a weapon.
Well, time to toss you back in the live stream. I don't make the rules.
But I know of one who could.
Oh, oh no, you're fine. Never mind. I take it back.
A leading figure in the field of etheric research, and one of the finest scholars ever to grace Sharlayan. Matoya, my former master.
Oh wait, shit. There, did it. Done. Matoya. That name ring. And on that note, Matoya, the name ring is really familiar. Please let me know that I don't. Oh, where's the settings, system, sound, performance, mute, beautiful. I don't want to get fucking DMCA'd because some motherfucker plays Smash Mouth in the background. That was from a game. That one's not gonna hurt me. It's a good thing the visor. Don't forget the visor. See, Ishula looks absolutely smashing in her new outfit, don't you think? Visor's good. Visor fixed. Okay, I can continue now. In my youth, I had the honor of studying under Matoya. In the field of etheric research, she was without rival. I have no doubt that her knowledge will be of aid to our cause. The question is, will she share it with us? My master has ever been willful. The gods forbid anyone disagrees with her. When the Garlean Empire first marched upon Eorzea some 15 years ago, the denizens of Sharlayan were summoned back to the motherland. However, Matoya refused to join the Exodus. To this day, she lives a hermit's life on the fringes of the abandoned city. So it is to the Dravanian hinterlands that we must go, to the place of my birth. Though Alizai and I were born in Sharlayan, our days there were short. We remained only until the Exodus, and I have not returned since. Oh, so it's to be a homecoming then. As fine a reason as any to go to Sharlayan, and it would afford us the opportunity to pay my master a visit. I believe you have mistaken my primary objective, Y'shtola. At any rate, the journey will take us through largely unknown territory. Let us first return to Ishgard and make our preparations. Big Pog. Oh man, that is a good set. That's a halfway decent glamour, actually. I'm not gonna say I'm impressed because I see halfway decent glamours all the time. That doesn't look bad. That's pretty decent. I respect it. Where am I going? Foundation? Foundation. I fucked it up. So this is the Holy See. I should like to linger a while and take in the sights, but it must wait till after our mission. I did it. Stop. There we go. We managed to find Y'shtola. Given time, I'm sure we'll be reunited with the others as well. Sharlayan is situated in the Dravanian hinterlands. To get there, we must strike west and traverse the breadth of the Dravanian forelands. Make no mistake, it will be a grueling journey. The party shall be comprised of Arentel, Y'shtola, and myself. Tataru, pray remain in Ishgard and continue the search for our missing friends. Yes, sir. First, let us make for Tailfeather. Outstanding. I am not looking forward to what's coming up. Not for the same reason that I was not looking forward to Yzael's bit with a Hraesvelgr. Very different reason. A very different reason to which you will soon see. It is in fact a very different kind of not wanting to fucking read something. When last we set foot here, Estinian and Yazel were with us. Though it was not all that long ago, I find myself strongly taken by nostalgia. A long soak in the live stream, followed by a long journey. I would not recommend it to anyone. But rest assured, my strength is returning to me. I shall be back to my former self ere long. Nope, same line. Stop! The Astrola is literally right next to me. Thank you. I believe I am sufficiently rested. Let us continue west to Charlian. Once we descend the mountain path, we will arrive at the Dravanian hinterlands. From there, it is but a short distance to the city. Be warned that we shall be passing through Nath territory. We must needs be wary of them and the dragons both. I don't think the dragons are going to bother us much. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm naive. But you know, we're in decent terms. Oh wait, no, we're not. No, they're still pretty fucking pissed at us, aren't they? Shit. Okay, we might have to kill a few dragons. Oh, I love the Forelands? Yeah, I love the Forelands music. It's just, I don't know, it's got such a distinctly fantasy vibe to it. I don't know how to describe it. It almost feels nostalgic. Like, it can't be, right? Because it can't be a reference to a previous Final Fantasy game. Because even if it is, it wouldn't be nostalgic for me. This is my first Final Fantasy game that I've played any substantial duration. There's just, I don't know, there's just something about it. It's, you know, it's almost Jeremy Sewell-esque, almost. So I wonder if it's that, because Jeremy Sewell has done the soundtrack to many games which have played many roles in my current duration of life. I could not have said that worse if I tried. Didn't need to kill a single Nath. I've been scammed.
To the Thalaic River, where to the melted snows of Abelathia's spine eventually find their way by means of 1,000 silver streams. Whose waters have long nourished the Dravanian hinterlands, and so provided for a settlement of learned souls from across the northern seas. To the city of Charlian, that great seat of knowledge now abandoned by her keepers, they came.
How long do I have? How long before it begins? Matoya dwells on the far side of the Thalaic River. Let us search for a crossing. Oh, here's an instance. These are effectively Cato Bolas. Cato Bolas is a boss that you can fight in Hitalali hard. Now, that is undoubtedly a very large Cato Bolas, but they're also out here, which means that we are at least strong enough to solo a young or weak Cato Bolas. You know, that's what I meant. I might have even been like 2 streams ago when I was talking about the only real way that... What's that? I know what that is now. Never you mind that. It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't even think about it. Stop thinking about it. Stop. I said stop! What's it talking about? I am marginally disappointed that we never get to go down there. I'm so curious, and it looks so, I don't know, serene and untamed. There's a lot of little areas like that throughout the game, where it's like, it's really disappointing that we don't actually get to see what it's like over there. Oh shit, don't actually enter yet. Oh, no, I'm getting PTSD flashbacks to a fucked up Wondrous Tales books. Decent music though. Oh, we can't see any of them yet. We can only see a little bit of their architecture. Oh no, here it comes. Getting voiced vibes. It's not voiced, been lied to. Knowledge seeks no man. So says the motto of Sharlayan engraved upon yonder stone. The meaning is simple. It falls to us to seek enlightenment. During the 6th Astral Era, at the turn of the 13th century, men from the northern nation of Sharlayan journeyed across the seas to Eorzea in search of knowledge. Upon arriving at these shores, they established a camp for their scholarly endeavors. Over time, this camp grew into a settlement, and the settlement prospered, and so much so that it came to be counted among Eorzea's great city-states. Alas, those glory days are now but a fading memory. With her keepers lost to her, Sharlayan has become an empty husk of her former self. Uplander is mistaken. Sharlayan has new keepers. Is on cusp of new age of glory. Gobby speak. I'm gonna stumble over my words so fucking much. Goblins here to plunder the city. Gasp! Uplander is mistaken muchly. We are not thieves. This place is our home. Dave Squatters writes, your home? When last I looked, it was mine and Alphino's. We were born here. Pshum. When Uplanders abandoned the city, Uplanders gave up claim. Born here or no, Uplanders are trespassers. It is Squatters' rights. My friends, please, we did not come to dispute your claim to this land. Our purpose here is peaceful. We desire but to cross the river. Be calm, I beg you. Let us speak like the civilized folk that we are. Surely we can come to a mutual understanding. Oh god. If that is truth, then Uplanders are welcome here. Come with Slowfix. Slowfix will show Uplanders settlement. Fucking gobby speak. I do find the goblins very endearing. And this is the first instance of the side city space. Every expansion has one. I will not name them for spoiler reasons. But they always add one major city which contains the market board and all the major amenities and a sundries vendor after the next expansion comes out, and other jazz. But there's always a side city, and the side city is always what deals with all of the raid gear, all of the special poetics gear, usually it is most closely linked with the raid. Not always. And you can always ride... Oh, wait, shit. No, that's not true. You can't mount up in the Endwalker one. Why? What? Ignore me. From the Goblin's perspective, such a well-appointed city is certainly an attractive position. I suppose it's only to be expected that others would come and occupy Charlian. Nevertheless, it feels akin to having strangers take over your home in your absence. Understandable. Here is Heart of Settlement, name of Idleshire. Or Idleshire. One of those two. I always say Idleshire. I'm going to keep saying Idleshire until I am corrected. What have we got here? Guests? Greetings to you. I am Alphino Leviar, and may I introduce my companion, Arentel friend and Y'shtola. We have journeyed far in search of a friend and seek to cross the river. But finding the main bridge collapse, you went looking for a detour and ended up stumbling into Slowfix and his crew. Is that right? That is the short of it, This place, Idleshire, I came expecting a ghost town. Suffice it to say, I'm surprised to find it so alive. Well, with all them precious artifacts lying about, it was only a matter of time before treasure hunters like me moved in, and we weren't the first to arrive, neither. By then, Slowfix and his Gobby friends were already settled. At first, Gobbies and hunters disliked each other, but understanding came, then friendship. Now Gobbies and hunters have joined hands to build a great new nation. So that is what happened after we Charlians departed. Oh, so you're locals. No hard feelings, I hope. All these nice buildings, but no one to live in them. Felt like a waste, you know. We've been trying to put the place to rights, and things have been going well for the most part, but it ain't all smooth sailing. Not to sound ungrateful, but the traps you people left lying about are a bloody nuisance. And there's the Illuminati harrying us night and day. Illuminati? 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 Slowfix's bright idea. Uplanders desired mutual understanding. Yes, best way to understand is helping one another. Help citizens of Idleshire and Uplanders be citizens too. Citizens are free to cross river. Well, I'm not aware of a quicker way to reach our destination. Let us assist Slowfix and his people. Oh, that is obnoxious. You know what? I'm gonna take a brief break and fix that, because I can now see why that may be a problem. Brief break. I'm gonna stay on the mic, but I'm going to the AFK screen. Where is the thing? I need to open up the thing, and I need to go to EM Stream Elements. I need to go to the place. Look! You can see the chat is blurry. I fixed it. You see? See, I'm cool, aren't I? I'm so cool. So cool. And I gotta log into the Stream Elements. I'm curious. Nope. Okay. And Stream Elements has to look. So, how are your guys' days going, you know? You having a good 2:30 a.m. in the morning? Other time zones? Your time zones are fucking wild, aren't they? Oh, about notifications? Why would I stop notifying me about your fucking merch? I don't want your Stream Elements merch. Leave me alone. Where is the thing? Where is the thing? Overlays. Streaming tools. Overlays. Edit. Okay, well I fixed this. I can talk about stuff. So, you know, I don't have much to do. Overall, streaming is one of the things I do to kill time when whenever I have, um, the peace and quiet to do it in. It gives me something to do while I'm just, you know, going through the MSQ. I fixed it. I think I fixed it. I did fix it, right? Pog. I gotta figure out. Oh, you know what I could do? I could put like an image, just something that's underneath the game capture, just so that it's not a black screen. So, what I do when I'm not streaming is I do like my dailies, which I think I did my dailies. I have not done my dailies. Fuck. I do my dailies and other stuff, and then I play other games. I talked about playing Path of Exile, and I haven't touched Path of Exile in a few days, but mainly because I've picked up Neo again. And do I have a storied history with Neo? I have tried playing Neo many times. And many times have I bounced off Neo so fucking hard. It does itself such a disservice selling itself as a Souls-like. Truly, truly, truly. Because if you approach Neo like a Souls game, you're going to have such a bad time. It requires such a different approach overall. And in such an ephemeral way that I find it eminently difficult to explain. There's something about the ebb and flow of combat in Neo that is so alien when compared to Souls games. To a degree where if you are good at Souls games and you've never touched Neo, I would hazard to guess you will have an awful time getting adjusted to Neo. And it's interesting because as I read the Steam reviews, it feels a lot like that's exactly what's going on, which is why I feel so strongly that the way that they market themselves as being Dark Souls-esque, a lot of the stuff that they sell Neo on, at least the first one, I can't speak for the second one, really feels like they're trying to attract the Souls crowd. When in reality, the only thing that Souls games and Neo have in common for their gameplay is its very unforgiving nature, and the fact that you lose a form of your leveling up currency on death. In every other way, that you approach the combat and the story in Neo, it is a completely different beast. Completely. I didn't change the title of stream. Well, I'm talking bullshit anyway. Hey, I'm gonna fix that as well while I'm just fucking... Oops, we're not searching for... In search of flying... arch... In search of... And... Lance and... Yeah, no, yep, really bad title. It also means that, titling this on the archive is gonna require 3 more seconds than I wanted it to. Give me the fancy letter, please. I want the fancy letter. Thank you. There we go. Done. Screen title fit. Anyway, if you approach Neo combat the way you approach Dark Souls combat, you're gonna have a real fucking bad time. Because you can't be hyper aggressive and you can't turtle. You can do neither. So what you need to do is learn every enemy's patterns. But the way that you learn the attack patterns in Neo is also different from the way that you would naturally learn the attack patterns in a Dark Souls game. You cannot brute force it. You cannot run up to the enemy and dodge its attacks and take hits and take hits and take hits and heal and take hits and fight back. You can't do that. It's a death sentence. You're going to hate yourself. You need to hang back. Watch what the enemy's doing. Carefully see what it does, learn its movements without directly engaging, and once you have a good idea of what it's going to do and when and how, then you attack, then you dodge, then you hit it. And the nuances of that are very different from a Souls game, but at a glance, it can feel similar to play. Which I believe was my main issue when I was approaching Neo initially. I was playing it like a Souls game. Why can't I dodge these attacks? Why are these attacks stunning me? Why do I have to manage my stamina so intensely so that I don't get instantly killed? I was trying to jam this round peg into a square hole, and it wasn't working. And I have no clue what changed. No idea at all. But for reasons perhaps masochism, I download Neo again because I wanted to give it another try. Again, I don't know why I did. And I'm having a real good time. I've gotten through a decent chunk of stuff, and you know what? Neo 2 is on my wish list again. It's a genuinely really good time now that I understand how to properly approach it. That said, there are a few moments that are bullshit. There are a few bosses I dislike. I still feel like the first boss, not counting the tutorial boss, I still feel like the first boss is bullshit. I think there's no reasonable way for you to figure out the ideal way to approach that boss through trial and error. I think the chances that you accidentally understand or figure out the trick to that boss is very low. The only reason I pulled it off is because I caved in and I looked up a guide. And once I knew the trick, it wasn't that bad. But then, so far, that's the only boss with a weird caveat like that, where it's some weird esoteric trick that I just don't fucking get. The true second boss, again, not counting the tutorial boss, I had what was the boss that I bounced off of the first time. And the trick there was learning how important it is to try and counteract status conditions and to keep mobile, to not try and stick your head in and actively dodge fights. It's a death sentence. You need to stay away from the boss. The only time you enter melee range with the boss is when you're certain you can get a couple of hits in, or you have a very definite way out. Every hit is death. Every single hit is likely to kill you. If you play the game expecting to be able to trade blows, you're gonna have a bad time. You need to approach it like every time you get hit, it's potential death, guaranteed, because it might stun lock you. You might not have enough ki to take the hit, so you're stunned and then you die. You might get staggered, and then you're stunned, and then you die. Being hit is the worst possible outcome. If you survive being hit, you get lucky. That was you being lucky. Now, part of this is that I'm intentionally playing light armor. I like being very fast and mobile, but I don't know. It's the way that I've changed my approach to the game, and I've really been enjoying Neo since I made that major shift in the way I approach the game. Yep, I already read that. Restart the goblin, thank you. So Uplanders agree to help. Good, here's what Slowfix wants Uplanders to do. Many golems prowl Idleshire. Get in the way of expansion plans. Slowfix wants Uplanders to eliminate golems. Uplanders are Charlian, yes. Charlian is no best way to deal with creatures. Logic is sound. Sentinel golems, I dare say Yastrola will know how to deal with them. So we are to eliminate the golems. That should be a simple enough affair. The automata, which were employed as sentinels, by design can be unmade with a coded command. At the time of the Exodus, it was noughts and crosses, and I see no reason why it should not still work. Let us divide the task between the three of us, the quicker to be finished with. Oh yay, it's one of these. I'm coming for your ass, golems. Let's fucking go. Oh, I don't have macro for that. Shit. This motherfucker flaunting their goddamn Starbird at me. I cannot believe they would do this to me. You can't copy and paste it. I'm so mad. Ugh. And it is context sensitive. Everything must be properly capitalized or it does not work. Punctuation 2. Did they put a period at the end of the statement to fuck you over? They did. Better hope that fucking period is there, motherfucker. Or else sometimes you can just, enter it back and it's fine. And sometimes fucking it up starts up a fucking 20-second animation before you can do it again. That's sad. Sentiments given. I don't mind these too much. I only mind the Beast Tribe ones because Beast Tribes, by their very nature, are repetitive and annoying, and only done for either their material rewards or the story that you slowly unlock over the course of like a month or two. So, some of the only dialogue I've ever skipped is the Beast Tribe quest lines, not the blue Beast Tribe quests that have the actual overarching story of the Beast Tribes, just the fucking individual daily Beast Tribe shit. It's so repetitive. I'm pleased to report that my golems immediately crumbled at my command. Good shit. Of all the luck, one of my golems was not receptive to the password and tried to pummel me bloody. Thankfully, I managed to dance clear of its fists and strike it down. Good shit. Golems are no more? Wonderful. Now we can resume work to expand the settlement. Oh boy, the Illuminati. Uplanders helped Gobbyflock, earned right to be citizens of Idleshire, but Slowfix must ask another favor. Another favor, you say? Short time ago, dear friend of Slowfix ventured into Illuminati territory. Illuminati are nasty goblins. Show no mercy towards Gobbykin. Slowfix fears for friend's life. Please find friends before Illuminati do. I'm suddenly taken by a sense of foreboding. Be that as it may, we cannot turn a blind eye, but let us make haste and find Slowfix's friend. I'm a little worried for this instance. Just a little worried. DPS and whatnot. Maybe it'll be fast. Hopefully it'll be fast. One can only hope. Yeah, so, I think the only other major thing in Neo that's pissed me off is it's the Centipede boss. I think the Centipede boss is utter bullshit. Maybe I'm missing some small detail, but I genuinely don't think there's any way to reliably land hits on it that do not risk you getting fucked. Because its entire head is an active damage zone. And it's constantly moving, and the only time it's not moving is when it's lobbing projectiles at your head, which can wipe out your fucking health in like one hit, or give you a status condition. It took me so fucking long to deal with that boss. That and the Tachibana duel, but at least part of that is my own fault. I'm torn on how I feel about the Tachibana duel. Goodly Uplander, long time no eye catch. What is bringing Uplander here? Gasp! Does Uplander have lusty eyes for junk of Brayflox? Uplander must not be touching junk of Brayflox. Brayflox is finding junk first. I knew I recognized that voice. Greetings, Brayflox. It has been a while. Forgive us for interrupting your work, but Captain Miscarette gave me the understanding that you are marked by the Illuminati. This happens to be Illuminati-held territory. Is it wise to be here? Pishkaw! Brayflox eat Illuminati for son. I'm not gonna. I'm sorry. I cannot pronounce that word. Fucking goblins. Pishkaw! Who eats who? Oh, for fuck's sake! Stop saying that word. Wah! Brayflox all talks. Unwise you are to come here after dirty, taking secret knowings of cheese making from Illuminati. Brayflox did no unright. Cheese recipe is Gabi birthright. Save tongue flaps for trading in for trading in Death Pit. Wait a minute. Is that what I think it is? Wait a minute. Did I just see Gabi eyes? Does that Gabi model expose their eyes? Pray to Godfather, for punishment is near times. It appears we have no choice. Well, I'm not gonna get a chance to see because protect the squishies. Oh. Why can't I move some of them? Move! Are you? As much as I'm worried that they're gonna fuck the Dune up, I am curious what the Dune changes are gonna look like. I have 2 more years of what I believe is the best Dune can be, but I do understand that by max level there is a little bit of growth. Not in the number of buttons, but in the rotation. I'm reasonably certain that he has the longest going rotation. And it's a rotation where if you fuck up the rotation at any point, the whole thing's over. You have to start from phase 1. It's one of the most annoying rotations to recover from. You can take them a little more.
Aoife! To me! Have at you!
Outstanding. Pshi, Illuminati no match for Furious Gabi Fists of Brayflox. More junk is awaiting Brayflox muchly. Brayflox is taking leave of Uplanders. So that was the famous Brayflocks. I have newfound respect for the company of heroes. That a motley crew such as theirs could achieve the feats they did bespeaks unwavering solidarity. Being embroiled in the cheese war was the last thing I expected coming to Charlian. At any rate, we have fulfilled Slowfix's request. Let us return with good tidings and be on our way. I may get a little bit quiet. It is technically late for me, and I fear that my pool of bullshit to talk about has grown a little bit shallow. Uplanders are back. Did Uplanders find friend of Slowfix? So, time has not cured recklessness of Brayflocks. Without help from Uplanders, Brayflocks would now be a dead gobby. Slowfix owes Uplanders debt of gratitude. Slowfix and Brayflocks are joined by unseverable gobby bond. If Slowfix had known that Uplanders are friends of Brayflocks, Slowfix would have welcomed Uplanders to Gobbyflack at first meeting. Gobby text is the bane of my existence. Let us hope there are no further surprises. Wait a minute, is that foreshadowing? It would be an understatement to say that I am quite ready to move on. Oh god, this is flashbacks to the company of heroes. So, Uplanders have upheld bargain most highly. As promised, Slowfix makes Uplanders honored citizens of Idleshire, free to cross river at will. Though Uplanders must leave for now, Slowfix hopes that Uplanders will pay many visits and help build a great new nation. You are most kind, my friend. You may be certain that we will return. I must confess, at first it upset me to learn that my home had been occupied by others, but I see now that it is in good hands. Under your care, I look forward to seeing Charlian thrive once more, to become a home to people of all races and creeds. Slowfix has already ordered the Gob Watch to let Uplanders through. Safe travels. Alphino, Arentel, shall we? I just realized the level of alliteration in Alphino, Arentel, Alize. I don't know how I could go through the entire MSQ with this name and only realize this now. Peugeot, Click Locks offers warm and hearty welcome to Uplander. Join Gobbyflock in grand experiment. Pog. I shall be very cross if we are asked to clear this mountain of rubble. So we are free to go where exactly? Peugeot. By order of Chief Slowfix, Uplanders can come and go at will. One moment for clearing away barricade. Finally, we can continue our journey. Didn't even use the other boot flip. Wow. Way is clear. Ahem. Barring any misadventure, we shall soon arrive at the cave. Barring any misadventure, we shall soon arrive at the cave where Matoya resides. Unless you have unfinished business in Idleshire, let us strike out at once. I'm ready whenever you are. Let us go and meet the legendary Matoya. Oh, no, get off the mount. I'm ready whenever you are. Let us go and meet the legendary Matoya. Ahead lies the answering quarter, where the scholars of Sharlayan gathered to hone their knowledge. Even from this distance, it is plain that much of it has been given back to the wilderness. The cave in which Matoya resides is situated on the northern edge of the hinterlands. In choosing the spot, my master desired privacy above all else. As such, the cave is extremely well hidden. You will not find it unless you know what to look for. Unless you know to look for it. Christ. We shall follow the road south until we reach a bridge. Rather than cross it, however, we shall ford the stream it spans. Thence head straight until we arrive at the base of a bluff. Good shit. Flying mounts will make this so much more convenient. I think that upon reaching the cave, I will take a short break, around about 5 to 10 minutes, hopefully less than 10 minutes. But I want to grab some things and do something very quickly. But that's not for another, like, I don't know, 10 minutes of gameplay, so time yet remains. I never had the mountain speed upgrade for this area, did I? Or is that this one? You didn't see those. Oh, I completely bunked tab too. Good shit. Yeah, I didn't. I guess I gotta go through the hunt to get that. I don't think it ever comes up in the tombstone events, like what is going on right now. All kinds of herbs grow here, and they appear very well tended. This is the entrance. You seem unconvinced, Arntel. Well, that will only add to the surprise. A word of warning before we proceed. Stubborn geniuses make poor hosts, and time will have done naught to improve my master's temperament. I doubt not, but that there will be sentinels and traps both to deter unwarranted guests. But we'll not be deterred, will we? Go on and touch the wall yonder. You will want to have your weapon near at hand. Yup. What are you waiting for? Go on and touch the wall yonder. Touch wall. Touch grass. Frog. Oh wait, I'm unsynced. It's not fair. It's just the way of life. No, I was expecting to mention the frogs. Those sentinels may suffice to discourage the average trespasser, but not the warrior of light, indeed. The way should now be clear. Come, let us go and see my master. Straight to cutscene. This fucking cave. This goddamn cave.
Don't you know it's rude to enter without knocking? The youth of today. No manners at all.
There is a quest in this cave. A quest that unlocks an aether current. Whoa. OBS is lagging. You good, bro? Okay. There's a quest in this cave. You need to do this quest to unlock flying. This cave does not appear on the map, nor do the quests in this cave. I know so many people, myself included, who have spent hours scouring this fucking map trying to unlock flying before finally learning, usually by looking it up. There are quests in this cave, or remembering, I suppose, as you see them before you leave. But it is so annoying. Oh man. Anyway, this cutscene is voiced.
Though we neglected to knock, we did create something of a commotion. I had hoped that would suffice.
Heavy-handed as ever, I see. And still not a hint of grace. Some things never change.
To give credit where credit is due, I learned from the best. It has been too long, Master Matoya.
Indeed it has. Oh, it's good to see you again, my girl. And with your fiery spirit unquenched. But look at you, all grown up and womanly. The one there in the fancy duds, that's Louis Soir's granddaughter, I take it.
Grandson, begging your pardons. You knew my grandfather, my lady.
It begins.
Knew him? Ha! We were constantly at each other's throats, like rabid dogs we were. Oh, he was a stubborn bucker, was your grandfather. Never a dull moment when he was around, though, I'll give him that. As for you, boy, I've known you since you were a rosy-cheeked babe at the teat.
And my sister too, I gather. May I say what an honor it is to meet you again, my lady?
Spare me the hollow pleasantries, boy. I'll wager my remaining good teeth you didn't come to a forgotten corner of Eorzea to flirt with a wrinkly old woman. Now out with it. What is it you need of me?
If you look up base in the dictionary, there's a picture of Matoya. She's just there.
Azizla. I never thought I'd hear that name again.
You are familiar with it.
As familiar as one can get from poring over musty old tomes. The Allagans set the Isle afloat not long before the sun set on their empire. Old Louis Soir and I often talked about it. The place is home to a research facility dedicated to finding ways of mastering mighty beings, such as primals and dragons. And find ways it did too, frightening ones. Such secrets as lie buried on Azizla aren't fit to see the light of day. And now you tell me a band of dragon-baiting primal botherers are trying to dig them up?
Yes.
Indeed. And to make matters worse, the Ascians have a hand in their plot. They must be stopped, no matter the cost.
I see. Very well.
You will help us then? Truly? I had not anticipated such an impassioned response. Could it be that the presence of young blood has stirred your own?
Some things never change. One day that pertness is going to cost you your tail, my girl. Don't say I didn't warn you.
So, I'm just gonna go and do something real quick. I'll be back in about 5 or so minutes. But until then, enjoy the nice music. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to call it here. I was hoping to go a bit longer, but circumstances conspired. I hope I'll be able to be live again soon. Getting pretty close to a dungeon, in fact. But until then, I will see you guys next time. Have a good one, all.